For your access, download Zoom onto your laptop and on your phone for backup. I have it in both places just in case I'm late to getting to my computer. I can log in on my phone. The phone feature for Zoom is pretty accessible and pretty easy to use, I've found. And it's a good backup in case you're worried about not always being where your computer is on time. But I also find that it is easiest to use your laptop, so wherever possible, it's easiest to do that. Become familiar with Zoom's features, so computer and on your phone. So kind of figuring out, you see those little features at the bottom, and you're seeing it on the bottom of this call too. Those are in different places on your phone. So if you are expecting to be using your phone for Zoom, or you usually use your phone, you're expecting to use your computer, try it out on the other platform, just so you can get used to where the features and the buttons are that you might be used to in a different location. And the ones that are going to be really, really important are the ones that are circled here. So mute and start video on the bottom left. That's going to enable your participation in the class. So preventing folks from seeing kind of what you're doing. And also, if you click on the little arrow next to start video, you can also kind of enable a background. So if you're concerned about, I don't want to show my house where I'm living, my room is messy today, or maybe even there are things happening in the background, people walking around, you can hide your background by clicking on the little arrow and then a virtual desktop. So you can choose from ones that are already there as examples, or you can upload your own. And those are useful ways to kind of hide your background and also maybe make a statement if you want to. So for me, sometimes I put up a free education background because that's something I believe in and I like for everyone to know it. And the mute feature on the left, the same thing. If you're using headphones, sometimes the speaker on the computer is a bit better. So sometimes what I do is I press the little arrow next to mute and I turn on my microphone on the computer, but I leave the audio on my earphones. So that's also an option that you can have kind of, you don't have to use, if you're using headphones, you don't have to use the microphone on the headphones. You can choose which features you want where. So that's a really interesting option for mute, the ability to use the computer's microphone and the headphones audio. To participate again on the, you see the orange circle here. Sorry, the lights went off here at Caesar. And I'm gonna go back because that distracted me. The chat is a feature that's really important. So that's going to enable you to participate with your other classmates. It's a good way to start conversations, to talk to your instructor. You have the ability there to direct your comments specifically at an instructor or to other classmates. Sometimes they turn that feature off, but if it's available, then just notice it and use it if you'd like to. It's a good way to meet people even while we're online and to kind of stay involved. And then the share your screen button that's in green there enables you to show your work. So you'll sometimes be asked to do that in a class. If you've been working on something, you click on that and then everyone can see what's on your screen. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Communicate with your professor. So, a lot of the time people will say, well, this is COVID. I don't really want to, over communicate. Well, this is COVID. You need to over communicate because you're not going to get everything right away. You're going to be distracted. You have your family. It's everything you're doing within your house, within your environment. You're not on campus. So communicate to your professor. Give your professor 48 hours, between 24 to 48 hours to communicate with you. If they don't, then you continue to communicate. So give them at least 2 days and continue to communicate. Always try and read your course outline and your course material like a week ahead. So if you have chapter 1 to 15, always be at least chapter 2. So if the teacher said, okay, we are on chapter 1 this week, you also read chapter 2. Because when you read ahead of your schoolwork, what it does, when the question is, it really reinforce what you already read, because you will literally see, understand the connection. So my advice to a mature student or to any student, please read ahead a chapter. Always read a chapter ahead. So you're in chapter 4, read chapter 5.